Hello friends, let's solve another LeetCode problem. String to integer. We in C++ we have a function called atoi that converts a given string, ideally 32-bit signed integer, into corresponding integer value. So there are a couple of steps while converting a string to integer. It could start with a negative sign or plus sign, giving the exact negative or positive nature of the integer. It could also start with leading blank space. So if there is any leading blank space, we can ignore, and it has to be within the range minus 2 power 31 till 2 power 31 minus 1, which is the range of 32-bit signed integer. If our given number goes beyond this range, we'll have to give the nearest number. Like if it goes uh, below minus 2 power 31, then we have to return minus 2 power 31. If it goes above 2 power 31 minus 1, we have to return this number. Yeah, yeah, that's it. There are a couple of examples. S42. So our output is 42. This is straightforward. The next one, it starts with a blank space. So we'll have to ignore this blank space, and then minus 42. Our output would be minus 42. And if the number is there, and then it starts with some other characters, then we'll keep only the integer and we'll scrap off all the other details. And at the end, we have mentioned we have our digits only 0 to 9, English letters, and plus, minus, and dot. So let's start. So first, what we'll take a result variable. Result equals to 0. Then we'll take a temp value. We'll keep it to power 31. We'll keep a sign value, and default value was 1. So if sign is negative, it will be minus 1. If it's positive, it will be anyway. If nothing is given, it's positive. If negative is there, it will be negative. If positive is there, it will be positive. Then we'll keep a flag. We can mention this as sign or data flag. So this flag is once we start reading the words, once we start reading the digits, if there is any word, in that case, we'll return from there. So let's keep it as sign flag as false. We'll now write a loop for C in range of length of s. So first, our character would be s of c. If s of c equals to plus, and we'll check uh, that no signs has been collected before and not sign flag. Then since positive sign is what we already have, then we can just mark the sign flag as true. Elif sign flag as minus. In that case, our sign equals to minus 1. Elif s of c. So here we'll check if it's a leading empty space. So for that region, we'll check. And if it's a leading space, then c will be 0. If if the space occurs in between and we are already started collecting data, uh, in that case we'll check or sign flag or not sign flag. So it's actually sign and data flag. So in that case we'll do pass. We'll on we'll skip this leading blank space if it occurs at the past position, or if or if it occurs after collecting a digit, and if the blank space occurs after some digits, in that case we won't ignore it, we'll exit our loop from there. And at the last, elif s of c in, let's check whether it's a digit. If it's a digit, what we'll do is result plus equals to result into 10 plus int of z s of c. We'll also mark the sign flag as true, as we are using this as sign and data flag. So once we collect data, we won't treat any signs, and on the else part will break, since we are already collecting data and it's not a valid character. And at the end, we'll check if, let's check for negative. So if our sign equals to -1 and our sign into result less than our temp is already 2 power 31, sign into temp, in that case we'll return sign into temp as result. Elif if sign equals to 1, and if sign equals to 1, then we can simply check result sign temp -1 and return if result greater than temp -1, then we can return temp -1. Else for rest of the cases we'll return sign into result. So this is our whole program. Let's test it with the given test cases. We are getting okay, output 46, expected 42. You might have missed something. First case 4 came, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, result into 10 plus equals to, let's retry. Yeah, it was with the plus equals to sign, and on the other case we have leading space and -42, which also passed, as expected output is -42, and in the last case 4193 with watts, so we have 4193. So there are a couple of test cases that are not there. For example, if there are plus minus both the signs, or uh, the space is in between few digits, in that case we would also get our expected result. Here is the full program. Thank you for watching.